What's going on, fam? It's your boy Lazy Lightsaber back at it again for another crazy one today. And today we're talking about Sony PlayStation and the anti-consumer stuff they're doing. So let's just go ahead and stroll right into it for you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Twitter real quickly before I start though. Speaking of Twitter, don't forget to follow me at Lazy Lightsaber on Twitter and Lazy Lightsaber on TikTok as well. Appreciate it. And if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already and smash that like button as well. Greatly appreciate it. Helps support the algorithm and all that good stuff. So let's dive right into it. Flat Panel HD at Flat Panels on Twitter said PlayStation Store will remove purchased movies. When I first saw that, I was like, what? So you're telling me if I purchased a movie through the PlayStation Store, I can no longer see it? So I had to click on this article and let's go ahead, read kind of what is said here, and then we'll go ahead and discuss it a little bit further. So it says here, in a move that will undoubtedly draw severe criticism, movies from Studio Canal that customers have purchased from the PlayStation Store, not rented, purchased from the PlayStation Store, will completely be removed next month. The legal notice is published on PlayStation's German and Austrian websites, where it reads, as of August 31st, 2022, due to our evolving licensing agreements with content providers, you will no longer be able to view your previously purchased Canal content, and it will be removed from your video library. We greatly appreciate your continued support. Thank you, PlayStation Store. So that's basically what they're saying. So they're removing movies that you basically legally purchased from their store, and you can no longer watch these movies. And they have a pretty big list. I mean, it is a extensive list here. All right, this is huge. This list is huge of movies that you'll no longer be able to participate in or watch. And some of the movies here that they mention seem to me some pretty big ones here. See if we can get to a few examples. Apocalypse Now, The Django, John Wick, Saw, The Hunger Games. Those are pretty heavy hitters right there. They're not cheap movies here that cost a lot of money when you bought them, and now you can no longer watch these. And this is just in those two countries, but this is something that could definitely move towards the US, other parts of Europe, Asia, South and North America as well. Let's not forget, there are other companies at stake as well, like Google, Apple. Now, I own a lot of movies on Google's Play Store. So there's a lot of content there that I purchased myself with my own money. What's to say that tomorrow Google says, you know what? We don't really want to keep up with this licensing stuff. It's costing too much money. Yeah, you know those movies that you own on the Play Store? Guess what? They're not yours. So, it's crazy because, it's more of a stream. So what they should do is say, okay, you pay us this money and we'll let you hold the movie for as long as those licenses agreements are there, kind of like a streaming thing, like a Netflix. It's basically what's going on here, which sucks because you did pay full cost of that movie. It would have been the same price if you would have bought the movie on a DVD player. But realistically speaking, the way content is moving, when's the last time you actually walked into a store and bought a DVD player and then bought a DVD movie or a Blu-ray or a 4K DVD player and then a 4K movie? I mean, yes, I do have some here at home, but I haven't purchased a DVD or a 4K Blu-ray in God knows how long, because this is how stuff is moving. I think if you purchased it, you should be able to they should at least give you a way to download the file to your PC or to your Mac or to whatever, to a drive, so that you can later just a raw MP4 file or whatever it is. Since you paid for this, you're not ripping this off. You're not stealing this. You're not pirating this. But this is where people are going to move towards if these type of things happen. And I don't condone that. I'm just saying, like, this is the type of stuff that happens. But they should give you a way to download your movie and you can watch it on your own because you bought that movie. Just like if I were to buy a DVD and all of a sudden play it. Which leads me to a second thing, which is games. I have here an example of 3 games on the Nintendo Switch. I don't have a PlayStation, but PlayStation is pretty much the same. And the thing that these games have in common is they all have this sticker up here, sticker down here, and then another sticker down here. And these are pretty big games. This is Mortal Kombat 11. Everybody plays Mortal Kombat. This is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. Actually a great game. And Starlink Battle for Atlas. Star Fox was good in that, but the game was kind of trash, even though they try to make it something that it literally was not. But those white stickers at the bottom of those cartridges mean that you will actually have to download a portion of the game. A great example of that is NBA 2K, doesn't matter which one really on the Switch. You basically have like 8 gigabytes on the cartridge, if that, maybe 4, and then like 30 that you have to download. So is that game really yours, even though you bought the physical media? So now we're kind of entering that weird kind of situation where I did buy that game physically, but because I have to download a huge portion of it, do you really even own it? I mean, it's crazy. I bought the physical copy of it, but in the future, if the eShop goes away for the Switch, there's no way I can download the rest of the game in order for me to play it, because only half of the game is on the cartridge. And there's a lot of games on Xbox, on PlayStation that are the exact same way. Half of the game is on the disc, and the other half of the game you have to download. Or partial of the game is on the disc, and then like a huge portion of the game is download only. So if that shop were to ever disappear for whatever reason, your game is gone. And now that's translating towards movies here that you bought from the PlayStation Store. I just think this whole thing and the whole way that this is all going sucks. It's really anti-consumer of Sony to do this crap. This is straight crap. I think I don't know. There's nothing we can do, unfortunately, to stop people say buy physical media. There was a tweet on there. The guy was like, buy physical media, and I understand what you're saying. But this is an example of why that always doesn't work. This is physical. I bought these physical, okay? Here, I have them in my hand. And there might be a chance that when the eShop closes down 10 years from now, cannot play Hot Pursuit if I didn't download it on my Switch. So it's kind of like you're forced to keep your Switch as is, fearful of removing games, because in the future, whatever I kind of have downloaded on my Nintendo Switch, that's kind of it. I'm kind of stuck with that for these type of games. Now, not all games are like that, obviously. The first party Nintendo games like Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and things like that, a lot of those games don't have that problem. The game is ready to go on the cart, but there's patches that come out all the time. What are you gonna do? If a game gets a patch, you're gonna miss out on that patch. What if there's a game-breaking bug in the game that requires that day one patch to come out? So there's just a lot that's going into this, and I just think it's very shady on Sony to do this to its own community. And I think this is something that is not, it's not a Sony-only problem. It's something that could definitely expand to Nintendo, to Google, to Microsoft, to Apple, to Xbox, which is Microsoft. So definitely something to keep a lookout for. I'm just gonna stop buying movies. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop buying it. I know that Google's a huge company, but so is Sony, man. And Sony, I can see them doing it, where I see Google less doing that, but who is to say? Nobody really knows. I'm definitely gonna start renting more and streaming more, and just, if I like a movie real bad, I'll buy it on a DVD and then on a 4K, Blu-ray, whatever, but that's definitely gonna be like I have to really love the movie. Like, it has to be like the Godfather trilogy or something like huge like that, which I already own on DVD. But of course, I would want to get it on 4K Blu-ray because it looks way better there. But yes, anyways, I'm getting off topic here. Bullshit, Sony, you suck, kick rocks. Let me know now, guys, in the comments below if you agree with my take. If you think, hey, it's just kind of the way it is. Do you own physical media? Have you ran into these type of things? Let me know your thoughts. I'll go ahead and post the link to the tweet down below, the link to the article as well, so you guys can check them out yourself. And again, it's your boy Lazy Lightsaber. Peace. May the force be with you.